Welcome everybody to our first episode of Wealth Wednesday. As people are coming on, please let us know where you guys are dialing in from. And also want to let you know there's translation. So if you're here looking for the translation, please, I repeat, please go to Zoom room 166-778-278. If you're looking for the Thai translation or Spanish translation, please go to Zoom room 166-778-278. Once again, for Thai and Spanish translation, 166-778-278. Good to see everybody, guys. For everybody who's in the translation room, please make sure that you guys, hold on. You guys, please add, let everybody know translation's on. Just click on the bottom. If you're looking for Spanish, click on the Spanish flag. If you're looking for Thai, for the moment, please click on the Chinese flag. Please put on a Chinese flag. All right, give me 1 second. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Okay, so you know what? I'm just setting up this room. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so welcome again, guys, to today's very first Wealth Wednesday. We are very excited today. We're going to be doing some giveaways of 2 caps and 2 ByDzyne shirts. Even if you guys have won it before, you guys can win it again. We know we have Tyler, who's in the house, who I know has won one of the shirts before. You can win it again. Whoever's won it before, you guys can actually win it again. So make sure that you guys are on right now, liking, tagging, and sharing this. This is going to go down in history as the very first Wealth Wednesday. This is why we're excited to partner with the best of the best, because you are always going to be informed. You're always going to learn. And we're very excited for that because, you know, one thing that Robert Kiyosaki, no, it wasn't Robert Kiyosaki. It was Benjamin Franklin. He said, investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And so we're excited for you guys to invest in knowledge right now. We're here to really inform, to close that knowledge gap. And wait until you hear who we partnered with. I know you guys have heard before, but we always like to tee it up because I pinch myself every day knowing that we partnered with this partner, this strategic partner of ours, because he's the best of the best. This company is the best of the best. And that's all we want to do is provide you guys the best of the best. And so just real quickly, before we even get started, and I know that I've shared these statistics before, but this is something that's really alarming, okay? Guess how many Americans don't even have $1,000 cash on hand for an emergency? How much percentage of the US population do you think don't have $1,000 on hand in case of an emergency? Put your comments down and let's see what you guys have answered. Some of you guys are like, I don't know.
Everyone's doing the 20%, like, tag, and share.
66%. That's 2/3 of Americans don't even have $1,000 cash on hand for an emergency. Okay, here's the second one. What percentage of the UK population are chronically broke? Guess. Chronically broke, okay, from the UK. 70%. Mexico, 30%, only 34% are prepared for financial shock. 72% of those under 60 have no plan, have zero plan for retirement. Brazil, 50% would have to sell their assets to borrow money or get help from friends or family to cover an emergency. Africa, 40% of African countries are at risk of high debt distress. Australia, 63% are concerned about their finances. Asia, okay, here's the last statistic that I want to share with you guys. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. So you're like, what? Are you serious? Because there's a lot of challenges out there, right? 89% of Asian retirees wish they saved more money. So clearly there's a global challenge, but enough about challenges and problems. What's the solution? You know, because there are solutions. Here's the thing. we don't want to continue this cycle, right, of poverty where there's fear and there's ignorance. You know, Robert Kiyosaki, he said this, and I just want to quote him real quick. He says, it's not real estate, stocks, mutual funds that makes a person rich. It's information, knowledge, wisdom, aka know-how, and financial intelligence that makes one wealthy. For you guys to really understand, it's so simple. If you know better, you do better. And we can't wait to really increase that knowledge gap for you guys today. So if you guys are logging on for the first time, enter into our contest of winning 2 shirts or the 2 caps. You know, so we have 4 winners that we're going to announce at the very end. And in order to enter in, you have to like, tag, and share. So like this post, like this video, tag at least 3 friends, and then share this on your wall. Once you do all 3 of those things, then you're going to be able to enter in to win one of those things. So we're excited about today. You know, we've been talking about this digital platform, about Smart Market Academy. And some of you who was like me, and probably like a lot of you who are on our Zoom right now, and a lot of you who are on our Facebook Live, this is all new to you. You're wondering, what is this world? What is this space? So we're really excited to bring you guys the best of the best to really help close that knowledge gap and bring you into this new era of 2020 to start it off right.
So guys, make sure you stay till the end. We got some announcement at the end, not just the winners, but some announcement to let you know at the end, and get ready for the first episode of Wealth Wednesday. So I want to do right now is introduce an amazing gentleman. He's been involved in the Forex industry now since 1995. For the last 25 years, he's been in it, submerged in it. That is his world. In early 2000, he managed, and I repeat, he managed 64 professional traders on a trading floor. So not only has he been in it as a professional, he's been managing other traders and also managing millions of dollars for other people's accounts. Currently, he still does that. He has trained thousands, tens of thousands of people. You can't even count how many people he have trained. But I'm very honored that we are in partnership, and he is leading the way. His nickname is FX Big Dog. I'm going to find a name for myself as I get into it as well. But hey, before I turn it over to you, Gary, I was doing a Facebook Live yesterday, telling people about some updates for our promotions, but I switched over to show him a smart trader, and hey, I was up 6 pips live. I was showing people live. So hey, don't worry, Gary. I'm not going to want anything to do with your job, but I'm just saying how amazing your product is, how amazing the software you have. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first episode. Our host, the Director of Trading, Mr. Gary Fisher. Over to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Chad. I am excited to be here. And you know what? Let me tell you something. The partnership between MTI and ByDzyne is absolutely a killer deal. And I'm going to give you some information today to explain to you why it is so good to be right now involved in this deal that we're discussing today. Firstly, number one, let me start off right from the beginning. All right, it's going to be very difficult in the next 30 minutes for me to go ahead and tell you everything you need to know in order to be able to be completely successful in trading. But the one thing I can guarantee you today is that we're going to put you on the right path, because there is a step-by-step process. Now, the great thing about what we're going to be doing is we're not going to go ahead and say, that's the way to go. We're actually going to take you step by step, hold your hand, walk you through that process. Because there's one thing that I never had 25 years ago, was a mentor that can actually help me and answer the questions I have, direct me, and support me through this process of learning how to be able to trade the Forex market. And we're going to do that for you. All right. So this is a great deal. Now, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things. So tonight, we're going to learn a little bit about what the Forex is. Just very briefly, what the Forex is. We're going to talk about software that you can use to be able to make decisions in trading. We're going to talk about the tools that we have inside the software. We're going to talk about the education that you're going to receive, which, by the way, is absolutely mind-blowing based on what we're offering right here. So the deal is this. Everything that you're going to learn today is going to be really highlighted, right? Just touched on. But as we go through these sessions, and you can see it's the weekly Wednesday sessions. And as we go through these weekly Wednesday sessions, we are going to go ahead and add more information and feed you more information and educate you, because there's one thing that you will never get enough of in the market, and that is education. You'll always learn. Look, I've been trading this for 25 plus years, and I'm still learning stuff. You know, technology changes, new strategies, and all this good stuff. And you know what? It's exciting. It's never a dull day. And that's what I love about this market. It's so exciting, and there's so much that you can gain from it. So with that being said, just like Chad said, I've been trading the market for so many years, for 25 plus years, and I've learned a lot from bank traders. I've learned a lot from fund managers. I manage huge money myself. I traded with bank traders and learned a lot from them as to how they trade and how banks work and how they trade and how they manipulate the markets in order to be able to gain positive access to good trading opportunities. All of that stuff right there is going to be fed to you on a step-by-step basis. Now, why is it exciting? Why is it important that we know what the Forex is about and why we get involved in this market? Because there's so many ways that we can trade different instruments, stocks, futures, options, and of course, Forex. There's so many things that we can trade. Why Forex? Well, I'm going to share with you right now a quick slide that's going to give you some information of exactly why we're getting involved in the Forex market. All right. So first, number one, right off the bat, this is the largest financial market with more than $6.6 trillion traded daily. That is huge. It's the largest market. No market comes close to that. Now, what does that mean? This means, traders, that we are going to be able to get quick liquidation. What does liquidation mean? It means that we're going to be able to release our positions and get into positions very quickly, because it's such a liquid market. All right, there's so much cash flowing through this market, and that makes business for us easy. All right, so that's one. Then two, we've got this market that is open 24 hours, 5.5 days a week. All right, what does that mean? That means we don't have, just like the stock market, we don't have the markets closing down at 5 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time and then have to wait until the markets open again the next morning. We have this market traded 24/7, 5.5 days a week. That's awesome. All right, does it mean we're not going to get any sleep? Well, maybe. All right, but it's good that we can get involved in this market anytime. Doesn't matter what time zone that you're trading in, the market's going to be doing something. All right, so that's a great benefit right there. Then nextly, you can see right here that there's an average of 25 to 34 years of age that takes part of 43.5% of traders. So what does that mean? Well, if 43% of the traders are aged between 25 and 34, that means that I am part of the 56, or call it 56%, which is awesome. I love that. All right, which means that it doesn't matter what age you're at, you can trade this market. And you know what? The older you are, the better it is for you based on the statistics. So that is great that we know that this industry is for everyone. It's not for a specific gender, not gender, but a specific age, generation. It is for everyone, which is fantastic. All right. Also, we've got this market that we can focus in on a certain amount of currency pairs. We're talking about the major currency pairs. Now, there's 7 major currency pairs that we may want to go ahead and pay attention to. And these 7 major currency pairs is all we need to focus on in order to be able to make money in this market. We don't have to focus in on, a 3,000 plus stocks. All right, we can narrow it down and only trade. In fact, from the 7 major currency pairs, we can focus on 3 of those currency pairs. Back in about 2003, I was focused on only the pound US dollar. I traded just the pound US dollar and made a good living from just trading one currency pair. It takes a lot off your plate. You don't have to focus on all these other currency pairs, so you can focus in on one and just trade that based on the signals that the market offers. So remember that. It doesn't have to be 3,000 currency pairs, because we don't have 3,000 currency pairs. We certainly do not have 2,000. In fact, there's 28 currency pairs that we do pay attention to. But of that 28, we can go ahead and narrow it down to 3 to 6 currency pairs, and that is it. And you can still make good money out of that. All right. Okay. So what else is it that makes this market so exciting, and why is it great right now to get involved? Well, if you take a look at the partnership that ByDzyne and MTI have put together, it's offering you huge opportunity. Look, MTI has been around for 25 plus years. In fact, we're celebrating our 26th anniversary this year. And we are absolutely doing so good when it comes to successful traders. Our successful traders have got testimonials that start from here to next Tuesday. And it is all about how well they are progressing in their learning curve. So Market Traders has definitely put together a wealth of education to offer their students. And as you see right here, ByDzyne exclusive partnership is with the first and oldest and the most trusted Forex technology and training organization in the world, and that is Market Traders, which means, traders, like they say, we are the Rolls Royce of Forex trading, all right, at least from online Forex trading, all right. Now, what is Market Traders and ByDzyne have put together, and I have to share this information because I'm going to also speak about opportunities today. So I want you to pay attention, because I'm laying a foundation here, and I'm giving you information about what is in the deal, right? What is it that you're going to get? Why do we need to get involved in the Forex market? What are we getting taught on? How much education are we getting? And how are we going to be able to progress and learn in this industry? So I'm laying the foundation. But what I am going to do tonight as well is I'm going to go ahead and actually take a look at some trading opportunities. I'm going to speak about what US oil is doing right now and how US oil is affecting other currency pairs that we can take advantage of. How the Middle East right now, based on the US and the Middle East, how that the competition right now is creating an opportunity in the market, because it's starting to push US oil bearish. And I'm going to talk about what bearish is and what bullish means as well. We'll talk about all of that stuff when I get into the charts. I'm also going to show you the software, and the software is called Smart Trader. And the software we use in order to be able to make these trading decisions. I'm going to go through that as well. All right. Okay, cool. So we've got a couple of things here we're going to go ahead and talk about. First, number one, what you're getting in education, which is so vitally important, is you're getting the FX Chief mentorship, which is 2 hours per week. What is the FX Chief? Well, the FX Chief is one of the best mentors I've ever spent time with. In fact, when I first started getting introduced to Market Traders back 20 years ago, that's when I first got involved in Market Traders. I actually loved listening to the Chief's mentorship. That mentorship is something everyone needs to take advantage of, because it really helps a trader in their path as they start learning and understanding how to trade this market. The one thing that I can say for sure, without a shadow of doubt, is that 70% of trading is actually psychological. We have to know how to be able to deal with the emotions, how to be able to control our emotions when trading. And what the mentorship program does for you, it really sets the foundation. It really helps you to be able to learn how to be able to control your emotions, how to be able to understand the market better, so that you can make better trading decisions. All right. So that's what you're going to get out of the education. We also got, of course, a live advanced strategy in the mentorship, 6 hours per week. You're going to get that. In fact, that is actually my personal trading room. You're going to get access to my personal trading room, which is 6 hours a week. Yes, if there's anything that you're going to get sick of, and that is going to be me. You're going to see this face 6 hours a week. That's insane. All right. but you're going to get that. All right, you're going to get that. Now you're going to get the 4 hours a day. You can get 4 hours a day of professional forex mentorship through our online analyst on demand room, which is a trading room that is opened up to three trading sessions. What are the 3 trading sessions? We have the Tokyo session. There's an open at the Tokyo session. We have a room available so that you can go into the Tokyo session and look at a actual professional trader do trade setups, and you can learn from him. We have in the London trading session when the market opens. In fact, 70% of all forex equity and liquidity is moved through the London trading session. You can watch an actual professional trader trading during that time as well and watch him trade. In the New York trading session, we have also the opening session there that you can get and have access to a trading room that you can go ahead and monitor a real professional trading and calling trades as they come along the way. So you can get ongoing mentorship and training in live presentation, live sessions that you can go ahead and grab access to. Okay. The most important right here is the education around what you're getting. You're getting 14 lessons on forex, on the forex courses. You've got 12 lessons on crypto foundation courses. You've got the harmonic trader with automation. What is that? Traders, if you don't know anything about harmonic patterns, you're going to learn how valuable harmonic patterns is. In fact, the FX chief himself is absolutely crazy about harmonic patterns. And he trades that with his own personal strategies that you're going to learn from as well. I use harmonic patterns in my trading, and I identify these patterns that help us identify reversal points, continuation in trends. All these patterns are going to be great for us to use, and it's going to be awesome in order to be able to add this to our trading basket. All right, so this is what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to look at the harmonic patterns actually inside the smart trader. I'm going to show you all about the harmonic trader and exactly what that is. Also, if you take a look right here, you have the actual smart trader that I'm going to go ahead and show you live what that looks like as well, and how we'll be able to use that software to be able to make trading decisions. Okay, and so if you go ahead and take a look here, the last slide right here, I want to go ahead and show you before I go into the live market right here and take a look at the actual software. You can see that you get Smart Trader software. It's got all the information you need. It's got indicators. It's got tools you can use. It's got price action indicators that we can use to be able to identify turning points in the market. It has its own demo trading account, which means traders that you can play with play money. All right, you don't have to put real money in. You can go ahead and play with play money. All right, what they call demo money, and just play around with the market, get a good feel of what the software is like, and how to be able to place orders, buying and selling, and get really familiar with everything before actually taking that first step and opening up your live trading account. All right, so there's definitely a process that we go through, but there's one thing that you're going to learn today is that every step of the way, you're going to take yourself one step closer to becoming that trader where you become independent enough to be able to have your own trading account, be able to make trading decisions, but at the same time, you're always going to know that you're going to have this mentorship that's going to be supporting you along the way. And that, my friends, I'm telling you right now, I've been around a long time, and I did not have this. I did not have a mentor to go to every time I had an issue. And you are going to lean on us as much as possible. Trust me, you want to do it. And I encourage you to go ahead and do it as well. It's going to get you where you need to be very quick and much better, at least putting you on the right path. All right. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look actually what the software that I'm referring to. What is the software that I'm referring to, and how can we use the software in order to be able to make trading decisions? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up everything right here and just give you a clean chart. So let me introduce to you smarttrader.com. All right. Smart Trader is a trading platform. It's a charting platform. Now, it's not only a charting platform, it's also a platform where we can actually connect our trading broker, and we can actually have trades setting up that we can go ahead and monitor, just like I have right here. See right here? See how we have all these trades lined up here and open positions? So we can actually monitor our trades here and keep track of what's happening in the market by using the software. And the software is absolutely going to be your place to go to when you need to be able to identify trading opportunities. All right. And so as I go through this, I'm going to go ahead and just point out a couple of things that you need to know just to get you started. All right. I'm not going to go ahead and show you everything that you can actually take this plane and fly it on your own, right? But I'm definitely going to give you a good starting point so that you can go ahead and start getting familiar with the things that I'm showing you, so that by the time we get back the next week, in the following week, you're gradually going to get to a point where now you're ready to go. All right. So let's check this out. This is the software. Like I said, smarttrader.com. Now, what smarttrader.com has, it has all these currency pairs on the left-hand side. You can see here I've got all these currency pairs on the left-hand side that I actually use in order to make trading decisions. All right. And so, although there's so many of these pairs here, we don't pay attention to that many. All right. We can actually pay attention to just a couple, maybe a few currency pairs if we choose to. Now, the one thing I can tell you in my trading room, I'm going to give you information about all of those pairs. In fact, we've got a document here that goes ahead and actually shows you all the pairs that I actually take a look at right here. So you can see I look at all the pairs, I set up trading opportunities on all of them, and we talk about this 6 hours a week, all right? And I'll look for trading opportunities. But today, all I'm going to do is just look at one simple thing, all right? I'm going to show you a couple of things that you need to know. First, number one, I spoke about the harmonic patterns, right? And the harmonic pattern is a tool that you have available to you. And this tool is used in order to be able to identify turning points and patterns in the market that help us making trading decisions. Let me show you what it looks like, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just add in right here. My bad. I've gone ahead and clicked onto this tool called Smart Tool. And then under Smart Tool, you'll see it says there patterns, right? We've got the patterns right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and identify the patterns. And I just realized I'm logged into my other account here. I'm going to go ahead and log into this right here. And I'm going to scan this. I've gone ahead and set my parameters right. And I'm going to scan this. And I'm going to show you how to be able to do this on your own. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you, a high-level overview of exactly what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and scan it. So with a click of a button, this is what's happened. I'm seeing these patterns appearing on my chart. And if I actually compress my chart a little bit right here, you can see all these patterns on the chart right here. That's automatically scanned for me. And you know what the best thing about this as well is that when I go ahead and move it to any currency pair, it's going to pop up on every chart. Take a look right here. If I go to, let's go to Aussie Swiss franc. There it is. Here's the patterns right here. Let me go to New Zealand, at least Aussie New Zealand. All right. And there you can see right here, it's showing up right here as well. So you can see how this automatically starts popping up and showing on the screen without me doing anything. It just completely scans for trading opportunity. Now, take a look over here. I want to just take a look at this example right here. See this pattern that appears right here? This pattern is called what they call it a shark pattern. You see it's labeled here on the top. And let me go ahead and actually, I've got a writing tool here. I'm going to just supposed to load. I'm just going to load it again. So we've got a pattern right here, and this pattern is called a shark pattern. Now, what the shark pattern does, it creates an opportunity for us where when it sets up, we look to go ahead and trade it here at the top, right? We want to trade at the top. So we've got a specific strategy in place where we now use this to identify a trading opportunity. And when we get this trading opportunity, we know whether we're going to go ahead and trade it south, right? Or go ahead and trade it north. And so in this case now, this signal indicated that price wanted to go ahead and fall lower. All right. Now, the one thing that's great about Forex, the Forex market, is that we can actually buy and make money, and we can sell and make money because we're trading two currency pairs. All right. Let me explain that just so you understand a little bit more about what buying and selling means. Michelle, so this is what we need to do. If you take a look right here, this is a Aussie New Zealand dollar currency pair, right? Now, what does that mean? That means we're trading Australian dollar, all right, against the New Zealand dollar, all right? So it's Australian dollar traded against the New Zealand dollar. Now, if the market is falling, if price is falling down south, and it's going down like this, that means that the first pair is losing value, all right? Now, if the first pair is losing value, guess what? The second pair, or sorry, the second currency, not pair, but the second currency is actually going to gain in value against the first currency, all right? Does everyone get that? So if one currency loses, all right, if one currency loses value, then the other currency that it's traded against is actually going to gain value. So when we buy and sell, what we're really trying to say here is that we're either going to sell our dollar currency, sorry, our Aussie dollar currency. We're either going to sell our Aussie dollar currency, or we're going to be buying our New Zealand currency pair, because it's when the market falls south, that means Aussie is weakening and New Zealand dollar is getting stronger. All right. So we can actually do both, like I said, and make money. We can actually sell the Aussie currency and make money, or we can go ahead and actually buy the Aussie dollar and make money as it goes up. So this is a great value that we have when it comes to trading currencies, is because we got two currencies, not like just stocks, right? Stocks, you either just buying on the dips, all right? You're buying a big market. In currencies, we're either buying or selling it, which is awesome. We can trade both directions and also make money on both of them. Okay. All right. So here we have it. So this is the details around buying and selling. Now, another thing I need to point out here that's so important that you need to understand is that we actually have these patterns. We have it automated. Are you kidding me, Gary? Did you just say automated? Yes, this is automated. All right. So we actually have a script available that you can actually go ahead and activate that creates these patterns to trade for you based on the strategy. Let me show you what I mean. If I go into my scripts right here, and this is through the software, and I go ahead and look for my script with the harmonic patterns, and I got a bunch of it right here. I got to go ahead and just find mine, and there it is there. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. All right, so harmonic patterns, I'm going to click on that, and when I do that, you can see here it's going to give me the options to choose the trading account I want to use. All right, it's going to go ahead and tell me whether I want to buy and sell. We'll just do both of them, buy and sell. And then we teach two types of strategies. All right, the one strategy is actually a single entry point strategy. A single entry point strategy means that we're only going to be entering one entry point. All right, just one contract. All right, in this case we call it lots. All right, in stocks you call it contracts. In currencies we call it lots. All right, so with the strategy one, we have the choice to trade only one lot. All right, which means one contract. Now we do have strategy two, and strategy two has multiple entry points. All right, and so we have the choice to choose between the first or the second strategy. Now, I'm not going to talk to you about the pips and the pip. I'm not going to talk about the details of the actual strategy right here. But what I'm going to say is, once we go ahead and apply and start this, it's going to go ahead and actually place you in the trade. All right. Well, let's put it this way. It's going to be setting up to place you in the trade as soon as the conditions are lined up. So based on the strategy, we will go ahead and use this to be able to make trading decisions. And these trading decisions will be based on the rules that we've set with inside the actual script itself. And it's going to trade for you, and you don't have to do anything. Just allow it to go ahead and trade for you. You can go ahead and manage the trade, watch the trade as it goes along the way, but that system is going to be trading for you automatically, right? So that's a huge benefit. A lot of traders love that, all right? Okay, so let's go back to this right here, this pattern. Another thing I want to go ahead and point out on this pattern right here is that when price turned around and went down south, right? When price went ahead and actually went south, just like it's doing right here, all right? I want you to realize that every movement that you're seeing right here, this is a daily time frame. And now what a daily time frame means, all right, just to give you a little bit of explanation of what the time frame differences mean. When I talk about a daily time frame, what I'm really saying is that every candlestick that you see right here, you see this blue and red candles that you're seeing right here, we call them candles, all right? You may say, well, Big Dog, it looks just like lines to me. And I'm going to say, okay, well, then let's just call it lines for now, all right? Okay? But this is called, in the industry, it's called candlesticks. Now, in fact, Japanese candlesticks, all right? So these Japanese candlesticks that we're seeing right here, each one of these candlesticks represents a time period, all right? A time period from start to end. And because I'm trading on a daily time frame, this means that every one of these candlesticks represent one day, all right? And so each candle represents one day. So when I look at the chart right here, I'm seeing each candle representing one day. Now, if I go ahead and pull one of these tools up here, and I'm going to go ahead and compress it and just measure out the distance from the top to the bottom right here. Now, check this out. Do you see this value here? Well, if you can't see it, then maybe you can't. This value actually is representing the amount of movement that we had from the top here down to the bottom right here. And that is representing 546 pips. 546 pips. What does that mean for you as a trader? It means that 546 pips, if you're trading a standard lot, right, which is one contract, a standard lot, that represents $10 per pip, all right? So that is what we're calling this movement 546 pips. Each pip represents $10. So all you got to do is add a 0 to this, all right? And you can see that this movement from there down all the way to here, between November last year to where we're currently trading. So in 3 months with one contract, this movement was worth $5,460 with one standard contract, right? One standard contract. So I want to give you more or less an idea of exactly what we're dealing with here in the sense of earnings, right? How much, what is the money potential? What does it look like from an earning potential, right? And I want you to look at this. So when you look at this chart, you can see all this movement that the market is moving up and down. And all this movement is what I call trading opportunity, all right? Now, I want to say this. Maybe we don't get the full 546 pips. But if we can get half of that, let's say 300 pips or 250 pips, that's still $2,500 or $3,000 that you can earn from that move going south. So you're probably saying, well, Big Dog, how do I get in? How do I learn all of this stuff? Right? Just like I showed you, we're going to go ahead and take you through all these different lessons. And you're going to learn about harmonic patterns and why harmonic patterns are so fantastic. Where do you use harmonic patterns? In fact, there's lessons inside the actual course itself where I go ahead and teach you and say, hey, listen here, these patterns have happened so many times, but which patterns do you want to trade? And do you only want to trade it going up, or do you only want to trade it going down? Those are the questions you're going to have, and I'm going to answer those questions inside the actual course content. But traders, there are so many, and I'm calling you guys traders because I believe you guys are mentally traders right now, all right? Because you're taking the first step by just coming into these webinars or these sessions. You're already mentally changing your mindset, and you're becoming and thinking like a trader. So this information right here is so valuable, all right? Because now you start to understand the bigger picture, all right? Now it's not just about, well, what is the Forex about? But now it's about what is the Forex? What opportunity does this Forex offer me? And how can I get involved? But more importantly, how do I get educated? And everything I've gone through today is just a starting point and the kickstart of what is yet to come over the next few weeks to months as we go through these weekly sessions, but also at the same time, as you get involved, with ByDzyne and market traders, as you get involved with these companies, you're going to go through those levels of education, learning, studying. And let me tell you something. I have got email after email from traders that have just got involved. They're like, man, Gary, are you kidding me? I just made this Chad was mentioned early on. He's like, I made 6 pips. Look here, 6 pips is nothing compared to what is out there. I've just showed you 546 pips. But if you can make 6 pips a day, if you can make 10 pips a day, it's just a process of learning and understanding how this market works. And that's what's so exciting about the market. Listen here, I love this market. No matter how long you've been trading it, no matter how long you've been involved in this, there's always something new that we're going to go ahead and learn about. All right. And so let me go like I promised you. I promised you, and I'm maybe going over my time, but you know what? What the heck? Let's do this. I want to go ahead and take a look at a trading opportunity I want to speak about right now, because these are things that are happening right now that we need to pay attention to. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look over here on the chart. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Aussie CAD. Now, why am I looking at the Aussie Canadian dollar, right? And I'm going to go ahead and simplify this information here a little bit so you can just see what you need to see. Why am I so excited about this? Well, you've got to understand is that the Aussie dollar is traded against the Canadian dollar. So we've got 2 currencies, all right? And so one of the currencies are being affected, and the other one is also being affected. Now, what are the 2 being affected by? Well, Australia is a commodity currency, all right? Which means, or at least the Australian dollar is a commodity currency, which means that everything that's happening with the Middle East, all right, and the conflict that you're having between the US and the Middle East is creating a big bearish move on US oil. And if that's going to be the case, we're going to get some movement out of the Australian dollar. Now, also, remember, we've got the Canadian dollar. And guess what? The Canadian dollar is also affected by the movement of the actual price of US oil. Because traders, and I'm calling you traders again, but what happens here is that the Canadians cannot produce cannot produce oil and make a profit higher than a certain value. And when oil becomes cheaper, it actually puts a lot of pressure on the Canadian economy and causes great movement out of the Canadian dollar itself. Check this out, all right? Watch this right here. If I go into US oil and I open up US oil chart right here, look at this big move. I'm going to throw some technical analysis right here. Don't get too confused by it, all right? Because you'll learn how to do all this stuff. But what you need to understand right here is price, all right? Price has just recently fallen south, all right? This was all due to the Middle East, I'm going to say war, all right? The Middle East war, all right, on US and Middle East. When the conflict, or let's say conflict right now, it's not quite the war, right? Let's say conflict. With the conflict between the Middle East and the US, this movement happened there. And then we had what we call resistance. Think of resistance as a roof, okay? And think of support as a floor. And so price is bouncing back and forth between a ceiling, all right, and the floor right here. So that's the support, that is the resistance. So we've got ceiling and we've got the floor right here. And so price has managed to not get above that ceiling, and that ceiling created what we call in resistance, and it's pushed price back down. So we're expecting price to continue to fall. All right, this is US oil. So we're expecting US oil to continue to fall. But what happens is, traders, is price does this. It moves in waves like this. All right, it moves in waves. And so as we find again this upward trend line, as this upward trend line acts as a floor of support, price is going to push back up again. But then it's going to turn around, it's going to head further down south again as the recovery stops. As the US oil recovery stops, it's going to fall back down south. And when it does that, guess what? We're going to see the Aussie Canadian starting to move up. Why? Because when US oil weakens, so does the Canadian dollar. And this is the secret behind this. If the Canadian dollar is going to weaken, remember what I said about the two currencies? If the Canadian dollar is traded against the Aussie and the Canadian dollar is weakening, that means the Aussie dollar is actually going to strengthen. So if we go back to the chart right here and take a look here, and I'm going to pull up the Aussie CAD again. This is the Aussie Canadian dollar. Then you'll see right here that if the Aussie Canadian dollar is going to strengthen, then that means that as the US dollar strengthens a little bit, it's going to drop. But then as it's, the US dollar weakens, it's going to cause the Aussie Canadian dollar to actually go ahead and rally. So this is what's going to happen with the Aussie CAD. It's going to drop down south. Then we're going to start looking to buy. We want to make money. We want to buy Aussie dollar. All right. We're going to go ahead and buy Aussie dollar as Aussie gets stronger against the Canadian dollar. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and look to take our profit right here. All right. We're going to take our profit right here. And so we have great trading opportunity on the Aussie Canadian. It's not just there. Check this out as well. We've got another currency pair also traded against the Canadian. All right, and this is going to be the pound Canadian. Let me go to pound Canadian, and it is this one right here. This is pound Canadian. Now take a look right here. These trend lines that I've drawn on the chart, and I'll give you one of these lessons are going to be on trend lines as well. We'll talk about trend lines in one of our weekly sessions as well. But these trend lines that I've placed on the chart right here, these purple lines that you're seeing, these purple lines are acting as a floor and a ceiling for the market, right? And price is going to be trading back and forth between this, right? We look to buy here, which means that we want price to go higher. And when we say buy, we are buying pound, right? We're going to be buying the first currency pair right here. So yeah, we're going to buy pound. All right, there we're going to be buying pound. And so what do we want to do here? As price, can everyone see? What do you think we're going to do here? What do you think price is going to do here? If price turned around every time it comes to this just to this support level right here, what do you think price is going to do? It's going to go ahead and want to rally, right? Now, if it does, if price does move up, what's happening to these two currencies? Well, pound is getting stronger, but just like we said earlier on, the Canadian dollar, which is affected by US oil, that's actually going to get weaker. And so by it getting weaker, it's going to push and support this big move in the pound itself, and pound is going to get stronger in the move. Now we've got a bunch of these pairs setting up. In fact, we look at these pairs every single day. I've told you about where you can find this education, the trading rooms that you're going to get access to. And we're going to be talking about all these different setups in these live sessions. And it is exciting, especially when you get into a position and you can just see the money starting to grow as you start growing your account piece by piece. And every day it's like a new day every single day. The market just absolutely is mind-blowing when it comes to exploring new trading ideas and new ways to be able to trade the market. And that's what makes me so excited about this whole thing between ByDzyne and MTI, so that we can be your support structure in order to be able to help you get to where you need to be, and that's becoming a successful trader. So hopefully this information has been very useful for you and given you a slight or at least a little edge on getting started in your endeavors as you start understanding a little bit more about what Forex is about and how to get yourself involved in the trading. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to my good friend Chad. And Chad, if you have any questions, if there's any questions that they've had that they would like to go ahead and ask me, please go ahead and let me know.
Yeah, we got a big question here, Gary. So when the Springboks won the World Cup, what happened to the currency market? I guess it shut down in South Africa, right? Is that what happened?
Actually, in fact, that's a good question. You know that when anytime a country hosts a World Cup like that, that particular country actually, in fact, their currency actually starts rallying up, because what's happening is a lot of people are starting to buy their currency as they start touring that place. So you can actually, when you go ahead and look at the currency markets and you notice all these big events happening all over the world, you can actually go ahead and start thinking about buying that currency just because it's been supported by a sport or an event like that.
That's cool. That's cool to know. Well, you know what? You can see I got my pen in my hand, taking notes, and everybody on Facebook right now, show some love to Gary. Drop some hearts.
Click on the hearts. Also, drop some hearts to show him some love. We have Omar. He said, I've been doing stocks, but this is much better and easier. These courses make it so easy to learn. And one thing that I love about this, guys, you know, I love that he's our competitive edge. When we talk about the ByDzyne advantage, Gary is our ByDzyne advantage. MTI is our ByDzyne advantage. The fact that he's going to be coming here and he's so passionate about sharing his knowledge with you guys. And just to think like this, someone like me, right? I'm taking notes, but still there's a lot of information. But the coolest part about Facebook Live is that you get to go back and rewatch it. Watch it on your own pace, just like the courses of MTI. And I just love how he really broke it down very simply. You know, Chad was watching, we're watching, and then as he was talking, he's like, now that makes sense.
And I was thinking, man, I was at university learning, getting my degree, but this one is more interesting because it directly affects my bank account. So I love it. I learned so much with the Aussie, the dollar, the oil going down. Man, guys, this is why everyone watching, come on every single week. Absolutely. And I don't care if you're not a brand ambassador, just come and learn, because I want you to win. But if you're a brand ambassador, even better. So come on, give a shout out to Gary.
Jessica,
Big Dog.
Jessica Persky, she said, thank you so much. That was definitely tuned in, as I am a beginner to this. And so guys, for those of you who are watching, again, like, tag, and share this. Even if it's we're about to end here, at least if you're tagging your friends, you're liking this, you're tagging your friends, they can come back and rewatch this. That's the beauty of Facebook Live, and share it onto your wall. You must do all three to enter in to win. Right now, as we are ending this soon, we are actually having our team put all your names into a random draw. So
and while we're doing that,
so we could choose 4 winners. One is going to win, a shirt. 2 are going to win shirts, and 2 are going to win ByDzyne caps. You guys saw myself and Chad wearing it last week, and a lot of you guys said, "Oh, it's so beautiful." So now you guys have a chance to get it as well. Okay, so before we go over and we work out who the 4 winners is, I'm going to give you some really quick updates. Hey, Gary, check this out. I learned a new word today. Rally. It's rallying. Does it rally down? Anyway, it was rallying. But anyway, look at this, guys. This was my smart script that turned on automatically by itself. Up 18 pips, which is really cool. I'm going to watch this as it goes. So that's awesome, guys. I'm using it. I'm a product of the product. Brand ambassadors out there, are you a product of the product? If you haven't got this product, get it right away. Why? Because our Strong Leg promotion ends tonight.
in approximately 4 hours at midnight tonight, the SMA promotion ends, which means that when you get the SMA product, we are going to load volume to your Strong Lake. And if you come in with a founder kit, guess what, guys? We're going to load 100,000 points to your Strong Lake. That's equivalent to $200,000, guys, of sales that you didn't do, that we gave you based on you getting this SMA product, Smart Market Academy, learning a skill set, and allowing you to increase your financial IQ. So make sure it ends tonight. It is not, I repeat, it is not continuing past midnight. It ends, and that's it. Full stop. That's it. So get this promotion before it ends tonight. And guys, just to let you know, next week, Natita and I, we're gonna be in first. I was like, where are we gonna be next week? We're gonna be in Peru on the 23rd. We're doing an event. The details of the event is on the slide. And on the 25th, we'll be in Bogota, Colombia, doing an event there. We're gonna have a room full packed with people. Start inviting. If you are within 3 hours of flying, fly in. Let's get to meet you guys and build it big. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Gary. Guys, we told Gary to come on and share with us for 20, 25 minutes. And you know what he did? He set the standard for 50 minutes. Gary, you set the standard. You let that candlestick keep on going for 50. I don't know. That could be a bad joke.
More than expected, which is what I love. You know, like hand it out. Put hashtag FX Big Dog. He definitely gives more than is expected, which we love. Under promise, over deliver, and that's what we love about him. So guys, make sure that you're liking, tagging, and sharing last minute to enter in. And as you guys are on here, you know, why don't you drop down your frequently asked questions, and maybe we'll look through it, and then down the road, you know, for the many different episodes that we're going to have, at least Gary can be aware of what are the frequently asked questions, and maybe he can address those. So now let's get into who.
Let's see who wins. Let's see who the winners are.
What the team has sent over. Okay, so the first winner for the ByDzyne cap is none other than Kuntai from Thailand. So congratulations, Kuntai.
He's
from
on
Thailand.
right now on Zoom. Yes.
And on Facebook. So congratulations on winning the ByDzyne cap. Next, for winning the ByDzyne shirt is none other than
Keola
Leandro Laxon from Hawaii.
And next,
to win which?
T-shirt.
To win the t-shirt from Bangkok, Thailand is none other than Kun Grant. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Woo. Now last, for the winner of the last cap from California,
down the street,
USA, is...
we got Omar Bustos. Congratulations, Omar.
Congratulations.
Those are our 4 winners of our prize. Make sure you continue to like, tag, and share this even after we finish. Share it with people that you think would want to increase their financial IQ, want to increase their skill set. But thank you so much, Gary, for giving us extra time. We love it, and we're looking for an amazing future between MTI and ByDzyne, and it is awesome. So with that being said, guys, tune in every Wednesday for Wealth Wednesdays, every Monday for CBD 101 and Monday update calls and the Mind Mover Mondays. But guys, till then, keep on pushing hard. There's 4 more hours to the end of the cycle. Let's get you ranked up, and let's get you to crown. So once again, guys, thank you so much. And my name is Chad.
My name is Natita.
And my name is Gary.
And we live our life
by design.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.